the Bunny, and I'm here with my friend doing a dual commentary of Dragon's Dogma with my friend Dax.
What's up?
So, I decided to pick Dragon's Dogma because it's a game I've been wanting to do a commentary on because I'm obsessed with this game, and I think it'd be fun to share my favorite games with people. So there will be more videos, but my first series will be Dragon's Dogma, until I beat the post game at the very end. So I'll try to make the videos at least 20-25 minutes so I can get as much of the game as I can. This is my first commentary, so if you have any ideas of what I should do or how I should do it, let me know in the comment section below, or just message me or something like that. And yep.
What? What?
Anything.
I can't really think of anything. Maybe you still need to turn off the notifications.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So, why we start this, since this is gonna be very long, boring, and dull, we are going to bring up the topic Skyrim versus Dragon's Dogma,
You know that Dragon Dogma rules over Skyrim.
with some penalties on it.
Yeah.
But Skyrim's the same way, and I have my brightness up
So bright.
too bright. Okay.
That's definitely too bright.
So, in the comment section below, you should say which game you like better and put a reason why. But through this whole video, we're going to be debating which is better.
So just remember, Skyrim or Dragon's Dogma, and an explanation.
At least one reason. Okay. Well, I'm going to be pro Dragon's Dogma, and Eric's going to be pro Skyrim. Reason why is because he plays more Skyrim than I do, and I'm not a big fan of Skyrim. So, Eric, start us out. Or Dax, start us out.
Well, you just definitely blown that up. Oh, you just died.
Ow. On fire. I'm gonna be roasting.
Uh,
Okay, so Eric, points. Why does
Dax.
Skyrim have some better stuff over Dragon's Dogma?
Well, it's because of all the different types of styles. Like, you can be a mage, and yet you can still have the fighting abilities of the fighter, and you can use a sword while using magic. And also there are, like, there's superpowers like the dragon shouts, and, well, that really can't be beat right there.
Okay, well, as we can hear from my opponent, he brings up classes first.
What's my milk? The cat was trying to
Grab her and just throw her away. He brings over weapons and classes first, which I think is a great start for the debate topic. Okay, well, in Skyrim, it is true that what you can do is be a mage, but also have a sword on you at the same time. In this game, you cannot
Don't forget
have
the dagger.
and daggers and all weapons at the same time. In this game, you can't, because once you're a certain vocation, you can have only a limited amount of items. As the default starter guy here, he starts out as a fighter. A fighter can only equip a shield, a small shield, and
Sword.
a short sword. And that's literally all they can really have. And I can go into deeper to it, which I will probably go over later videos, which I won't do now because it'd probably give you guys a migraine. Ding ding. You go to Wiki for, usually on Dragon's Dogma Wiki, they have different stuff for it. There we go. Okay. So, it is true that you can only have certain types of weapons in a certain class, But I say a benefit of that is like if you have a certain devotion for one's class, as in mage, because it's a cutscene. If you have a certain devotion for one's class, like mage, um, I think, and I do like, you can't be cheap and just say, oh my gosh, I'm getting overrun here, I'm going to switch over to a sword. You are literally stuck with the staff, and it gives the game a little bit harder of a challenge to deal with, and and it's not all people who like that, but I think it's a benefit because what's the whole point of having different classes if you can have every weapon? And I think to have a true like Dungeons and Dragons type of RPG, you would need like certain classes with certain weapons, and that's another reason why I like this game is because it brings back classes, and classes is really cool. Okay, Eric, what do you have to fight back? Defending yourself. Wahaha.
Yes, you did. You always do.
Oh, that's such a bad habit.
Okay. Like fighting back about like weapons and stuff like that.
I think I'll go with an attack comment. Okay, enemy wise, I believe that even though I'm pro Dragon's Dogma, I'm gonna go on Skyrim here. That Skyrim has a lot more enemies than, or a lot more variety of enemies than in Dragon's Dogma. That is the only, that is the only one of the only few things that I do like better about Skyrim is that it has more of a variety of enemies. You say? What do you think, Dax?
Yeah, I think Skyrim's variety of enemies is very perfect because there are like different types of bandits with different types of weapons. There are the Draugr, the skeletons, the dragon priests, and the dragons. It's pretty much a wide variety of different types of enemies.
Well, let's. Oh, there are giant spiders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's compare some classes now.
Plus, there's like the bears and all that.
Let's compare classes.
Now the bears, they're definitely hard.
Yeah, the bears get annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're high level, then no.
Quick note here: if you've never played Dragon's Dogma and you're looking at it, this is the intro here, as you guys know, like I've said before. And
That
like,
is a chimera.
yes, the Chimera is the walkthrough's boss, and it consists of a snake, a goat,
And a lion head.
yes, and a lion. What I recommend you go for first is always to kill the snake because this thing poisons you, and the poison gets annoying when you're getting slapped with magic in the face and getting clawed in the chest by the lion. So it gets really annoying. So I recommend you kill the snake first. Once it's down, I recommend you just like beat the crap out of it. And now, if it does get back up and you feel like you haven't done much damage, climb on the goat right here with RT and get on the goat's neck. If you slash the neck right there, that's a very vital point to the goat, and its health will go down like literally taking candy from a baby. Once you kill the goat, like that, the Chimera can no longer do magic. Now the only place left for you to really attack is the face of the lion, which I find the most vital and easiest point to kill it at is under the face, so the neck area. You hit it right there, it does a lot of damage. That I've noticed. So back on the Skyrim topic. Let's go classes. Okay, Dragon's Dogma fighter versus Skyrim's fighter. Now, before you know, your fighter can only include fighting weapons. No magic, bows, or daggers are allowed in this argument, Eric. Only great axes, maces, long swords, and swords. Plus shields. So, which one do you think is better?
The Warhammer.
Warhammer. I forgot all about those, Okay. So, compare Dragon's Dogma short sword compared to Skyrim's. short sword?
Well, there are many varieties of the different short swords in Skyrim. Like, there's the iron, steel, elven, glass, orc. There's a lot of different types. The best out of all of them would be probably the Daedric because of the way it looks and all of its dangerous abilities. Because a high it has a high attack rate when fully upgraded to legendary.
Hmm. Now let's go to Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma, short swords. Dragon's Dogma short swords are really common, as you would say in Skyrim, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because because the short sword does have a lot of varieties in here, but not as Skyrim does. Um, what's better about here is it kind of has a leveling like in Skyrim. In Skyrim, well, in Skyrim there are a lot of varieties of swords, and you can either find swords like in Dragon's Dogma, but the weapons are more common in Skyrim than Dragon's Dogma. Um, I don't know what to name him. I think. Okay.
Like
And
you can find way more swords in one single chest in Skyrim than you can in one chest in Dragon's Dogma because in one chest in Dragon's Dogma you can only find one item compared to Skyrim, which you can find many. Like that hidden chest in Dawnstar. That is a Khajiit trading caravan chest that when you take out of it, you actually take from the Khajiit traders that pass through.
now let's talk about leveling systems. As you know, the higher level you get, the more unlockable weapons you can buy. That is kind of like it in Skyrim, except the higher smithing level you are, the more weapons you can unlock there. But I think Dragon's Dogma getting swords is better because just like how in Skyrim you can make your own swords, but you had to get stuff for it. In Dragon's Dogma, you can only buy swords. It sucks because you can't make your own weapons. But I think Dragon Dogma has an edge here because that swords don't get that expensive throughout the game. I guess I think they're one of the cheapest weapons in Dragon's Dogma. The most expensive I find are like for warrior, the hammers they have, those are like getting so expensive.
Yeah, they are. But
Let's talk about races next. Not racist, races. Okay. So, races compared from Dragon's Dogma to Skyrim.
now Skyrim, you have many different types of races that you can choose from. There's the Argonian, Breton, let's see what else. I forgot.
Uh,
Dark Elf,
High Elf,
High Elf.
Elf. It's not just regular Elf. In Dragon's Dogma, there's only one race. It's humans, and the rest are you just beat the crap out of like goblins and stuff. I don't know what the hell to choose for him. No, I go for this. This. Okay. Um. Bosses. Which bosses are better? Skyrim's or Dragon's Dogma?
Now that's a tricky one. Hmm.
I go for Dragon's Dogma because you're so a lot more interactive with the bosses. You can climb them. You can beat the crap out of them in certain locations. It's really funny because in some spots it looks totally wrong, which just makes you laugh. You are more interactive in Dragon's Dogma bosses than you are in Skyrim's.
Now, with Skyrim, you have way more types of bosses than in Dragon's Dogma. Like, you got the Bandit Chiefs, you've got the Dragons, you've got, like, Orc Chieftains, these random little battles, and you have even got Alduin, the dragon of the main quest line that somehow finds out that you're the Dragonborn and attacks you. Now, he is the toughest out of all of them because he is the leader. And it's really tricky since they are actually flying and you have some different ways to fight them, like the bow or magic.
Well, that is true, but I really like bosses that you can interact with, not in how in Skyrim where you can cheat in that game. And so bosses become bosses to just enemies.
Question is, how can you cheat?
The augmented video.
Oh, well, if you know how to do that right, then that could be a cheat, but that still doesn't make you like a perfect fighter.
True, but eventually
it only raises your skill points to 100.
The bosses, the reason why I like them in Dragon's Dogma better is because they're more interactive. How you just saw me fight the Chimera, I'm pretty sure you can't climb a troll or like climb any type of dragon.
And trolls are too short to climb.
Well, in dragons, I'm pretty sure you can't climb a dragon while they're in the air and beat the crap out of them. Which I like. Okay, let's go on to dragons, which is the next topic, which is really cool. Which is easier to kill, Dragon Dogma's dragons or Skyrim's dragon?
I say Skyrim's dragons.
Yeah, because in Dragon's Dogma,
there's only
just
one dragon.
No, there's not.
Oh well, there's probably more than one, but the only dragon you actually see is the first, and then after you beat him, there's
on the way to the Shadow Fort. There's one in the lake over there. He is so annoying.
I've never seen him there.
I'll have to show you later. But the Dragon's Dogma, their dragons are so annoying to kill. Like they block. The only spot that is really effective and can actually hurt them is their like heart. And then their heart's always blocked. They always have their hand blocking their heart. And you have to literally go under the dragon, and then the dragon's just like literally right there, just like he just hits you or grabs you and throws you, and it's just really hard to kill him. But it's more of a challenge. It's only hard in Skyrim to kill dragons at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, well, there are different types of dragons. Like there's a very easy dragon, which is just a typical, everyday dragon. But then there's others like the blood dragon and the ancient dragon. It's like an ice and fire dragon. Well,
there are different dragons in Dragon's Dogma too. There's your boss dragon at the in the game. There's the dragon you meet on the way to the Shadow Fort. There's the in the post game. There is the dragon. You can also meet him after you've cleared the game once. You can go battle him then. And you also got on the way to Grand Soren after in the post game. There's that like I call him the shock dragon because like he hits me with a whole bunch of wind and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure he hit me with lightning here and there. But there are different types of dragons in here too, and they're all really, really freaking annoying.
And if you got the add-ons for Skyrim, like Dawnguard and Dragonborn, then for Dawnguard, you unlocked the legendary and revered dragons, which use a shout that drain your health, stamina, and magicka all at once. And then for Dragonborn, you have like a serpentine dragon, which is a dragon that looks like a snake, and he is very hard to kill.
talk about glitches. What game has the most glitches?
Oh, glitches. I thought you said glitches.
No glitches. Which game has the most glitches? Yeah, I believe it's Skyrim too.
Yeah.
Skyrim.
I say Skyrim has the most glitches.
Yep. I've like never encountered glitches in this game, and I've played this game for so many hours. Not a lot of glitches in this game. There apparently are. I just haven't encountered them yet.
It's like most of the glitches in Skyrim are like a dead body whose limbs flail everywhere, and what? And then there are also the glitches like you can't fall through an area, and also the mannequins that actually move, that actually walk in certain areas, or like just stand there and just like stare at you while you're going in front of them. Like there's also that glitch in Whiterun that when you do this certain thing, that you actually go outside of Whiterun, even though it says that you are still in there, and you can go to a certain area, go into the Skyforge, and take whatever is in the chest that Yorland Greymane has in his inventory, and you can take it for your own.
Okay, we've got our guy. His name is Vendetta. If you've ever watched the movie V for Vendetta, no copyright intended, because I said the name of the movie in a quote. Anyway, but the movie V for Vendetta, that's where I got the name from, because the word Vendetta just really appeals to me. Alright, let's see my guy in action. Okay. I'm going to go on the cutscenes. Compare Dragon's Dogma to Skyrim, even though it does not take any gameplay action away, it sometimes appeals. Cutscenes. In Dragon's Dogma, there is a cinematic cutscene, which you can turn off in the options, but does Skyrim have cinematic cutscenes that just gives it that little touch for appeal?
They have cutscenes where after you attack a certain enemy for a while, if you don't kill it, then you have these critical attacks, like it shows them decapitating your enemy, or like when you're attacking a dragon, you can jump on the dragon's head, it's trying to snap at you, and then you jump up and strike it straight in the head, which kills it. Well, those are the only types of cutscenes that are in Skyrim.
What about the cutscene when you go to with Mercer Frey, and then that one girl hits you with a poison arrow?
And then there are those cutscenes that are just action cutscenes where something happens to you or your partners, and then like your partner does something, the enemy does something, or you do something, but well, those are very not frequent as they should be, like those action cutscenes.
Next, let's move on to skip this here. Let's move on to bad things about each game. It's because of the cutscene. Bad things about each game. Skyrim, let's start with that. What are the bad things about it?
Well, so far, for all that I've played, I haven't really encountered any bad parts.
I mean not like bad parts. I mean
no,
like,
I mean literally like no like things that are wrong with it. I've only encountered action and adventure. Sometimes there was the frequent like glitch where it shows just a white screen and then it comes back.
well, my personal issue with the game Oh, just to let you know, that's the part where the dragon like sticks his finger and steals your heart and stuff. But that's why the blood's there in Scar. Anyway, I think the bad parts about Skyrim is depending on the player, they can use the augment Epithium cheat and completely ruin the gameplay. But those are people who are usually tired of it and just like get really bored. Another bad thing about it is the fast travel. Now, it's not completely bad. It can be really good, but I think it's bad because Skyrim put a lot into their features of the game, and people just go from area to area, not even looking at the scenes and how much um Bethesda, or however you say Bethesda, how much Bethesda and on other gaming companies put into the design and looks for the game. That's just a little issue.
Oh. Okay, that's good. It was like blurring in and out for no reason.
That's just a little issue with me. And before we go, because I'm gonna end the video off here, you guys. Bad things about Dragon's Dogma. How you don't have a fast travel when you fight the same freaking enemies over and over and over again, and how the pawns don't shut up.
And while on Skyrim, it's kind of like the same thing. Pawns don't shut up, except well,
there's no pawns in Skyrim.
Well, your partners don't shut up, and well, pretty much perk about when you kill the same enemy over and over, you can get different items. Like one has hide, the other has iron. One may even you may even get lucky and find one in full orcish armor.
Huh. Well, thanks for watching the intro, and there will be more Dragon's Dogma. Let's play. And some videos might not include my friend Dax here because you just might not be over when I'm making these videos. So, please, comment, like, subscribe, and if you would please comment what I can do to make videos better. Thank you. So, also, the person with the comment with the most likes or the most appealing to me will get a shout out. Okay, thank you for watching.